Man.
We in here, man.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to 24-8 Radio. We're going up right now with Juss Different with the host with the most and the nigga from up top. What his name again, Brian? Wayne.
Man.
Jay Jenkins.
My man Jay Jenkins.
There you go.
Jay Jenkins.
There you go.
What's going on with you, baby? How you feeling?
Man, we doing good, man. I was just trying to get you up in here to talk about what you and Miss Natalie got going on. Basically on how you got the idea of Juss Different and what made you decide to do the actual podcast itself, and tell us a little bit about you, brother. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no problem. Let's just say, well, it came from, I don't know. Well, we've been in this pandemic right now, so a lot of ideas and inspirations, came upon us, and that was just one of my ideas. It's just a podcast, and it's me, my co-host. She's gonna have a lot to talk about different subjects, different things that I think will definitely it'll captivate the audience. We're gonna talk about life, relationships, health, wealth, loving one another, hating one another, sex, divorce, just everything. And so I think with somebody that's gonna have a classy mind, educated mind, not to say a hood mentality, but got a little bit of hood, got a little urban with her.
She's got a little edge with her, little.
Yeah, and so that edge is going. I think it's going to definitely grab people. They're going to relate to it, and so we're going to go from there.
Well, Jay, tell me what makes it just different? Then? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Just different.
Hey, everybody talk about all that.
Well, no, just different is a mindset. I think that nothing that I talk about or nothing that we discuss is going to be something that you heard before. It's just going to be something you not to say you've not heard before, but it's just going to be a different perspective. So like, let's just say you relate to a subject regarding sex. Everybody has sex, different ways of sex. But one thing about sex, how does it control you? Have you ever been controlled with sex? Have you ever utilized sex for different things? So those things will come out, and that's going to be different about the show, different about the aspects, different about things that we present.
Okay, so let me ask you this: like, where do you want to take this? Like, what do you see it in the next year or so? Let's just do like next 5 months to a year. Where do you see this podcast going?
Well, me personally, I don't like to think like yearly. I don't like to think 5 years, and I like to think about right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the idea is right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What we're doing right now is trying to get the idea together, polish the idea, present the idea to the public. You know what I'm saying? But the person that I know, the lead or the co-host, I think she's a star. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I think she's gonna take this podcasting thing to just to a new stratosphere, man.
So let me ask you this: you speaking of your co-host, so as I know that you created it, so you like the producer of the show. It was your idea, being honest. I know that with a little bit background talking to you. So are you a host on the show? What's your role in the whole thing besides being the producer?
That's a real good question. I'm coming from a part of production, but then also / co-host.
Okay.
That wasn't a lane I really wanted to dabble in, but I'm talking to my partner, and he's kind of talking me into doing that, because he kind of said that I'm a natural for it, or I will kind of be a good fit for it. But me personally, I just know that I got this vision, and the vision that I have is for just this young lady to present her ideas, to present her thoughts in the way she present her thoughts. They're just going to be so relatable to people in the public. And I just think that it's going to draw just an audience of so many different people. And I just really think a lot of people are going to love it. A lot of people are going to be engaged. And I just think it's going to be a good situation.
So are you looking for like sponsors and, people that, so you can talk, platform their business, really? You know what I mean?
Well, Well, definitely looking for sponsors. Of course, so if you're out there right now, we're looking for your sponsors. Come down, shoot your DMs. Of course, my DM, you can see me at Juss Different Podcast IG. But we're definitely looking for sponsors to go along with our show, because we think our show is gonna captivate a lot of audiences across different areas, different countries. I think with the production and the people that I have with me involved with this, I think it's gonna be something like the title says, just different. You know what I'm saying? And I just think it's gonna hit a lot of people. I think that's just what it's gonna do, man.
Okay, let me jump out here for a minute and say, look, I'm old hop guru in this space right now, and I want to say that's something you got to realize, Jay Jenkins. This is since you producing this thing, is like driving a ship. When a ship is moored or anchored to the dock, the pilot's supposed to take it off from the dock. You know what I'm saying? So you necessary, my brother. You need to be up here doing your thing so you can get a feel and a vibe of how it translates, how it grow out. You know what I'm saying? That's an investment.
Like I said, I think I may work towards that eventually, but just off the initial, you know what I'm saying? I think I'm gonna see. I'm gonna get my feet wet with it. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna get my feet wet with it, and try to see how I go. So that, but it's just not one of them things. I'm not really. People say I'm a camera person, but I'm really not a camera person.
I
like to be back just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And I like to see the work get done. And once the work is done,
you like the finished product.
Yeah, I love that finished product.
You like to see it. Yeah. See, I tell this story once, man. I was in the group Lyrical Weapons, right? And when I was living in Griffin, I would go over my man Bob's house. His name was Armand Bentley. We called him Bob for Black-owned business. So I would go over his house. He lived right around the corner from me, his mother's house. And Bob always was hustling. His mom would say, "Baby, you got to look after my son because he always doing some crazy stuff, right?" So this particular day, I went over to the house and he was standing in the backyard. He was just standing there and he was smoking a J. Looking at the grass, I thought the man done lost his mind. What the fuck wrong with you, brother? He was like, "Man, I just finished cutting the grass." I said, "So what you doing?" He said, "Man, I'm just looking at the finished product, man. I'm just admiring the view, man. And it looked good." He said, "B, if you would have seen it before I started to now." And he looked at me and he said, "Man, how you think it look?" I said, "Man, it looked good. I wouldn't have thought you cut this." He's like, "Yeah, I did this." But he just sat there and he reveled in it. And he looked at it. He had me just looking at it. Like if somebody would pass by, they would have thought we was some fool because we both were just standing there looking at the yard. It's a big yard. So I understand about the finished product because whenever I go to a situation I finish, my situation, I think back to that time where I came across with Bob and we were just standing there looking at the yard. So with that being said, I just want to know a little bit about you, like, a little background on you, where you from, where you at. You don't have to get too personal, but just give us a little bit. We want to know who you are as a man. You know what I mean?
No doubt. We can start here, man. First of all, my name is Juwan Jenkins, but I go by Jay Jenkins. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm originally from Harlem, New York, but I live out here. I'm originally from Harlem, New York. But I say myself, I'm from Maryland now because I went to school out here, high school, middle school, elementary school. But a lot of my roots are from Harlem, and so it just don't go away. It's one of them things. But I'm one of them guys with a lot of ideas, crafty, went to school, went to college, got my degree, love music, and I work, got 2 kids. Went through a little situation, but I got my 2 kids and I love them.
I mean, we all go through them situations,
and
bro.
That's what I'm dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, man, I'm building multiple streams of income.
Okay.
I got a good support system around me. I got great friends, man.
Yeah.
And the friends that I have around me, they all have ideas. They all want to do something. They all want to build something. and they just love to network around one another. Similar to the guys that I'm talking to, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the thing that I'm into. I'm into networking around positive people, positive energy, you know what I'm saying? And being that, you know what I'm saying? That positive energy. And I think at the end of the day, that's what's going to build, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be, you know what I'm saying? It's going to take care of itself when you have that type of, you know what I'm saying, that around you. And so that's just what I do, man. You know what I'm saying? I chill, love hanging with my fellas, man. I love hanging, you know what I mean? This is what I do, man.
Harvey, is there anything you want to ask him?
Oh man, yeah. I know Jake, man. We've been knowing Jake for a while, man. I guess, man. What kind of other businesses you got going on, man? I heard you had some kind of other thing on the internet, man. What else you got popping on the internet, man? Or on the, the digital space?
I'm gonna say shh, lightly, but it's all good, man. I work. I got multiple streams, man. I love the website business, man. You can check me out on globalconceptions.com.
Okay.
And then I also have a landscaping business. You can check me out superiormanagement.com. And then let's just say I got me a podcasting business right now, so you can check me out on Juss Different podcast on my IG space. So those are the things that I'm into right now. Of course, I'm definitely gonna promote one of my good buddies, man. I gotta go with my man Chicken, man. Arion Clothing, man. That's my guy, man. I'm actually wearing this clothing right now, but it's so cold. It's up under this. It's up under this right now. That's one of my guys as well. So that's just what it is, man. I'm in the multiple streams of income, building with my fellas, man. You know what I'm saying? Bonding that big fellowship so we can all, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, sit back and look at the things that we're doing, man, and love it, man. Because I love doing things that I love. And, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. I could say this, man, like in the morning time, when I get up early in the morning, it never fails that you have something going on. And I will always see that you have something positive that you post in it. And like one, you said, never let on your IG, it said, never let another's ignorance take you out of your character. And it's like, yo, man, this dude every morning he got something positive, and people be like, ooh, they clicking and they liking it because, like, for real, you never know what other people going through, but they get a chance to weigh in on your page because the simple fact of the matter is you always posted something positive. You always got some kind of positive energy, and that's what I like about you. Like ever since I met you, like it's always something. I never seen you really just. Never mind. I've seen you happy all the time. I've seen you smiling. Even when we would go through things, you will always find a solution. It was like you were a solution type of person. So
let me just say, it'll go from like where I come from and when I've been through, man.
Okay.
I don't look at nobody else's situation. I can only look at mine, and I can't compare nobody else's situation. I can just only go with what I've been through. You know what I'm saying? I've been through it's just different.
Okay.
Different situation. As far as like, parental situation, mother, father, you know what I'm saying? Not really having that, you know what I'm saying? Neither one, you know what I'm saying? And growing up in a different environment, you know what I'm saying? So growing up in that type of environment, it was different, you know what I'm saying? Growing up. So I guess my thought pattern is different. You know what I'm saying? Like role models and things like that, like who you supposed to look up to. You're supposed to have like a father or a mother figure in your life, you know what I'm saying, to kind of make those things happen. So if you don't have that in your life, who you look up to, you know what I'm saying? Me, street, you know what I'm saying? Not say street, but you look up to different figures. You know what I'm saying? Older cousins, possibly, older street friend or something like that, and you gravitate to that situation. So that's kind of what I gravitated to. I gravitated to my older cousin, older friend, you know what I'm saying? Kind of popular playing ball growing up, you know what I'm saying? So that kind of gets you a pass, you know what I'm saying? When you're talking to older people, you know what I'm saying? So that was my mindset. I'm talking to older fellas. They know more than me, possibly, and they passing out the information. But whether the information was right or wrong, that's just what I ran with it. You know what I'm saying? So I ran with that type of information.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so we got a new partner in crime that just joined the podcast, and I'm gonna let you introduce him.
Yeah. This is a superstar right here. Kind of telling y'all about earlier. who's gonna just like, I mean, tear this motherfucking show to the motherfucking planet. You know what I mean? She's awesome. Like I said, we've been knowing each other possibly about 2 years now. I'm gonna say. I can't really know how we met. You know what I'm saying? I definitely know when we met. But
she side-eyeing you. Oh my goodness.
It's like I think we almost 4 years.
One of them things that when we met, it was just one of them connects that we had. You know what I'm saying? That I know she's just a great person. You know what I'm saying? And the vibe is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then I got to actually like I guess following her on her page. And then, you know what I'm saying? You kind of, sometimes you look at people's page and you think like that's that person because of the things that they post and da 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 da. But I don't look at it that way. I looked at like the things that she was posting and things that she was posting. It was like inspirational. It was coming from her heart. It was coming from like experiences. Maybe she was talking to somebody in that sense. And I was just like, damn, like her ideas, what she's talking about, is interesting. And I think that can transcend to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So that was definitely why I came up with kind of the idea. And then and so that's my style right there. Miss Natalie right there. So if that's my introduction. I hope that's good.
Okay. How you doing, Natalie? How you doing? Can you hear us?
Fellas?
Yeah, we can't hear her.
I can hear you. I can't really hear Jay that well. I can hear you
so
really
I'm
well.
turn you up because we cannot hear you. And I don't know why.
Okay. Oh, it was probably my mic.
Wave if you can hear us.
I can hear B. I can hear.
Wave it,
I can't hear
so
you.
You can hear us. You can't hear me.
No. One. B.
One.
I can only hear B.
You can hear one.
Okay, so she can hear one. So she can hear me.
You can hear B.
She can hear me. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna pause this and then we're gonna come back. All right. You got me?
Yeah, pause that.
Okay. We're gonna
because
pause
he's
this and then we're
muted.
gonna come back.
No, he's muted.